21 and 22. Thou shalt not kill. And you quickly say, wait a while. I never kill anybody. Yes, we do. We kill people's characters. We destroy their reputation. We say false things about them. And even when they're true, the things that we say, we magnify them. We embellish them. And we make them more lethal. Sins of commission. Anything that we do or say that hurt and sting our fellow men. Jesus says, now, if you remember, doing any of that, anyone in the world can hold against you any sin of commission, any unkind word or comment or selfish act. Go now and apologize and be reconciled. Make it up so that your gift of worship will be acceptable. Otherwise, we are wasting time and our effort. The second area is the sin of omission. The sin of omission. The many and varied opportunities that come our way to do good, to help somebody in need, which we fail to take, to accept that opportunity. Failing to do good to somebody when it is in our power to do so is a sin.
Yes, true, true.
A sin of omission. Remember the story of the Good Samaritan. How many times you and I have passed on the other side to avoid, to escape the chance of helping a brother or a sister or somebody who is who needs our help. And we have the power at least to give a little help. The priest and the Levite were church people like us, who were very busy with their church routine, that they had no time to help a wounded, hurting man who needed the help. Sometimes it is possible to see our religious work as limited just to Sabbath. So we feel no duty to help others outside of the church. Sins of omission can prevent our worship from being acceptable to God. Another area of possible omission, failing to witness to somebody who obviously needs a challenge to accept Christ. Failure to point that person to the Savior may be a sin of omission. When we have that opportunity, for whatever reason, we neglect to share when we can, when it's brought to our attention, we may be committing a sin of omission. The point is, anyone you know about who can truthfully say that you failed to help me, you would be committing a sin of omission. Somebody may need a word of encouragement, and we have that opportunity, and we turn it down. We pass it up, as we say. And that person is denied a word of help, a word of encouragement. Jesus says you need to make it up with him or her, or else your worship is in vain. And then another category of sin, I believe, implied in this text is the sin others commit against us. Jesus is teaching us that if our brothers, our sisters, hurt us, they committed a fault against us, it is our Christian duty to offer that brother or sister forgiveness. Did you understand what I say?
Yes. Amen.
I think probably some people might be saying, you're not serious. Jesus is serious. For notice what he says in Matthew 6, 14 and 15. Matthew 6. If you forgive men their trespasses against you, God will do what? God will forgive you. But if you do not forgive men their trespasses against you, what will not God do? Neither will God forgive you. To me, the lesson is clear. We have a Christian duty to forgive those who seek forgiveness. And even if they do not seek forgiveness, we have a responsibility to offer them forgiveness. If you wrong me, I as a Christian is duty bound to seek reconciliation with you. If I don't seek reconciliation, you can hold it against me. In which case, when I worship, my worship would not be acceptable to God. That's what Jesus says. Dr. Martin Luther King said it right when he wrote, quote, "Brothers, you are going out into the world to claim your freedom. Now, as true children of God, as you go out to claim your birthright and look your white brother in the eye, you will be tempted to hate. You will know he has sinned against you. He has robbed you of your dignity. He has ground you under the heels of injustice. He has locked you up in housing ghettos. He has stolen your right to full education and fair employment. You see him as a sinner, and you are tempted to hate him. But, brothers, you are going into the world as servants of Christ.